One of the best matchup in the NFL's Week 3 is the Atlanta Falcons visiting the Detroit Lions on Fox. The Falcons didn't look that great in Week 1 as they just slipped by the Bears, but they look really good in Week 2 with a win over the Green Bay Packers. On the other side, the Lions have looked solid against two struggling teams, the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants. The Falcons are listed as 3-point favorites for this game. The Atlanta Falcons got their offense going last week as they put up 34 points in a win over the Green Bay Packers. The defense has been okay, allowing 17 and 23 points in the first two games of the season. But Atlanta will be without All-Pro linebacker Vic Beasley this week, as he is out with a hamstring injury. Beasley led the NFL in sacks last season, so his loss is a huge one. The Falcons are already without tight end Courtney Upshaw, who has a sprained ankle. The team is said to be considering bringing back Dwight Freeney. The Falcons have a potent offense with Matt Ryan throwing to Julio Jones and handing off to Devonta Freeman, so they may be able to withstand a few injuries on the defensive side of the ball, simply by outscoring the opposition. The Detroit Lions have been solid on both sides of the ball so far this season, as the offense has been far more balanced than in the past, and the defense is shutting down opposing teams. Detroit controlled the Giants in a 24-10 win last week. Quarterback Matthew Stafford has not had to make nearly as many plays so far this season, as the running game, led by Amir Abdullah, has been solid. The Lions' defense hasn't really been tested a great deal, as they faced an Arizona team that lost David Johnson in Week 1, and they faced the Giants with a less than 100% Odell Beckham Jr. in Week 2. This week will be a true test for the Detroit Lions defense, as they go against the high-powered attack of the Falcons. Taking a look at some betting statistics, the Lions lead the all-time series against Atlanta 24-12, but the Falcons are 3-1 against the Lions with Matt Ryan at quarterback. The Falcons are 4-1-1 against the spread in their last 6 meetings in Detroit. The Falcons are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games in Week 3. The Falcons are 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 road games, and the Falcons are 6-2 against the spread in their last 8 games in September. On the Lions side, the Detroit Lions are 6-2 against the spread in their last 8 home games. The Lions are 4-12-1 against the spread in their last 17 games in Week 3, and the Lions are 0-4 against the spread versus teams with a winning record. Taking a look at the over-under, the over is 13-2-1 in the Falcons' last 16 versus the NFC. The over is 13-3 in the Falcons' last 16 games on field turf. The under is 10-3 in the Lions' last 13 games overall, and the under is 6-0 in the last 6 meetings in Detroit. The Atlanta Falcons have been a very good road team recently, going 8-2 against the spread, and the Lions really haven't been tested on defense. That will change this week, as the Falcons can score with anyone. We see a high-scoring game, and that favors Atlanta, so we'll take the Falcons and play this game over the total of 50.5 points.